So the workplace, yeah, is a place that we all come to work together as a team. But there are some people that come there and pretend to be your friend. And today is the day we're going to talk about them. The sneaky people at work. That's right, people. The toxic environment, the environment that we've all got to be in just because it's a place of work. But you don't know how to deal with some of these people. And some of these people pose like they're your friend, but really they're your frenemy. That's what we're going to call them today. They are the frenemy. So I find myself in these situations and scenarios many times in everyday life. How do I deal with it? I deal with it by coming onto the internet and expressing to you guys that this is what I'm going to be talking about on my channel, is someone who is behaving the fool today. So here we are today to speak about someone who I met at a previous workplace. Let's say his name is Sam, right? That's not his name, but Sam is the name we're going to go with. Sam's a supervisor. Sam wants to tell me that he's here to clean up this workplace and get all of these people out, right? That's a red flag to me, because if they're all out, who else are you going to bring in, right? So he's got ulterior motives while working beside these people, befriending them, trying to get to understand what they're doing and not doing, right? So some people might say, hold on, they're his supervisor, but it is his supervisor. He's supposed to be conversating with them, obviously, but plotting against them is something which I just don't believe that anybody has really enough time to be doing that. But we have a lot of people here who are sneaky, funny people who sneak around your back inside the workplace and say, oh, that person said this, that person said that about you. It reminds me of school times, basically. And I've seen it so many times through grown ass adults. The person who I'm talking about, Sam, he's in his 50s, yeah? And to be in your 50s and be in that position in life now where you feel like the reason why you're the way you are is because you've been bullied as a child, or your brother used to bully you. That's what Sam used to tell me. So I'm like, okay, but does it make it acceptable that you do it to other people? Not really. It just makes you carrying on the cycle in my eyes. But again, maybe that person might need to seek some type of therapy or some understanding for what he was going through, and now he's inflicting it on other people. But true to the fact, yeah, is that people like that are more likely to be in your everyday working scenario than there are anywhere else. You know, I've met so many people that have this thing what they've went through, so that's the reason why they treat people the way they do or answer to them in the ways they do as well. What does that create? That creates a toxic environment, because everybody knows that being around this person is a problem. And when this person speaks, they want you to treat them with the utmost respect. Do what I say. Did it? But that person doesn't talk to you like that, but they want you to. It's all got to make sense when it comes to a lot of these things. We're all humans, we're all individuals, we're all people who can think and operate for ourselves. And when we understand something's a red flag, like I was talking to someone and someone goes, oh, why did this office person tell one of the managers that I'm leaving 10 minutes early? They told them because they wanted to seem like a person who tells off of people if someone's doing them wrong. So that's not your ally or your friend inside the workplace. That's someone who's willing to snitch on you for anything, for a Snickers, for a snack. They're willing to tell off of something you did. And a lot of people don't understand how toxic that is as an environment. You know, there's always a time when any of us need to leave work 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even half an hour early, and you don't need no one to tell. Like, I've worked with many different individuals, and you know, to say that they weren't sleeping when we was at work was being understatement. Of course they were sleeping. When someone's calling them on the radio, they didn't answer. Oh, they said they didn't hear it. We say you wasn't up because you wasn't, and that's the truth. But I don't ever have to tell other people that. You know, it's none of other people's business at the end of the day. But I do know that that person, I was kind of watching them from a distance, you know, because I don't know him. So I've worked with him for like 3 months, getting to know him. And then I see how he acted around someone else, which was like very like putting his arm around him, like, oh, how are you, man? I hope you're doing well, like rubbing his back. And when I saw him rub his back, I said, why? Why for that? Because he's another grown man. Why for you rubbing his back? But okay, you like him as a person, you want to show your appreciation. I think there's more ways that we can show our appreciation towards other males apart from rubbing their back and doing caressing type of movements when that's not necessary. And I don't think that that's part of company policy as well, for you to be touching another. Anyway, the guy was doing that, and that made me look at him and be like, it's a bit weird, isn't it? The guy bought him some food, and I was like, what's going on there, man? What is going on there? Because I walked in with my Harrods bags, because you know how your boy gets down on a Sunday. We're going Harrods, lunch. Got a video coming out about that soon on my page. But anyway, with these work people, like I said, different individuals, man. You gotta watch yourself around these people. I've bumped into so many different characters who I can look at and say, you know what? Why you carry this level of animosity to other people inside the workplace? I don't know why you're like this, but you need to kind of chill out, because it allows a lot of us not wanting to be friends with you or wanting to have anything to do with you, full stop. And that's the way I feel. Like, people used to say to me, oh, but how can you put up with him? And I said I'm kind of putting up with this person, the person I first started talking about, is because I was there to make money. But after, when I started to see their personality and how they behave towards others, disrespectfully, chatting to women and saying to them, like, there was a young girl, like under 25 or something like that. She was a receptionist. He was like, oh, I like a bit of her. And I'm like, that girl's younger than your daughter. Like, what are you doing? Is this the way you think in your head up here? That is crazy. You know what? Instantly blocked his number. Blocked. We can't be friends, or that's not things what I think about. And that's not things what I would share even inside the workplace, because it's not necessary, bro. And it's weird. It's bottom line, it's weird. It's you know where we're heading. It's that type of vibe. But I don't ignore those signs when I see signs like that from people, because I understand something's up. And whatever's up, I don't want to be involved in it. And I just want to nicely make my way out of the situation. So yeah, man, be careful of these people in these environments, because there are a lot of them types of people who bring their own outside issues in life to the workplace and want to be discussing them amongst you lot, or making you feel some type of way because they had a shit day or had a shit morning. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with them, and everyone's going to feel the braft of it, basically, the brunt of it. Sorry, everyone's going to feel that. Oh, Anne is pissed off today, so everyone's going to feel a certain way because Anne's pissed off. What has that got to do with anybody else? Why have we got to? Come on, man. We're just here to do a job. But again, people take this power button and switch too far. And those people oftenly feel like they're untouchable in life, which we're in a time of 2025. They didn't know, but I'm going to tell you, we're in a time of fuck around and find out. That's the time we're living in right now. If nobody ever told the older generation that the managers, the CEOs, and it's that time. Trust me, it's that time, man. Because all toxic workplaces, as long as people's documented it, which they've got a phone, which they can do anyway, the internet is a powerful place, man. Someone will see what they're doing. You know, if people are being mistreated at work disrespectfully, like, I can tell you, I was at a workplace, and basically this other cleaner lady was taxing these cleaners, but they were doing a maintenance job. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe this was going on. The woman was taking money from the other people while they were doing a job just because she was making a little drink on top. I could not believe it. I said, what? And that's when I made this video about subservient African people, because it was an African man it was happening to. I mean, you know, like, I don't want to see it happening to anybody, but someone of color, it just made me feel like, fuck me, man. Jesus, is this what people are extorting people like this on a level of what hours you done, monitoring you, making sure that she gets her drink. I had to stop saying morning to that person. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because morally that don't sit well with me as a person. That's not cool. Like, I'm not gonna be witness of that and not document it. I'm gonna document it. Whether I think it's acceptable or not, it's not my business. But I saw it, and when I saw it, I can't even lie to you that I was taken back, man. I said, rah, people are taxing people. My man's working this job doing 40 hours, but he has to donate 5 hours or 10 hours to this person. Rah. But I guess, I don't know if that person was working illegitimately, you know, illegally. I don't know. Could be. That might be the reason why you had that situation sorted. But what I'm saying is just that when there's toxic people involved, they'll make their little drinks, they'll make their little something off someone, make their little salt bay thing off someone. And there is always someone for them to do it to, which is sad, you know. And I get it that a lot of people don't have a other option, which is even sadder. But should people be getting exploited like that for a place of work? Nah, I personally don't think so. I don't. But I know it does happen because I've seen it. I saw it with my own eyes, and I'm like, raw. Like, if you lot have ever watched any of my videos, yeah, go and watch my subservient video, because that was when I was there working and I saw it and I was like, nah, man, I got to go to the hallway and make a video about this, because I can't believe how the behavior is from these individuals. I mean, it's crazy. I get it that you got to do a job, and when you want to do a job, you want to do it to your best of your ability. But if you had no training, and if you not been shown properly, how are you going to do that? That's my only question. It sounds like a long question, but that's how I ask people. How? Because I'll be surprised. And I got a shock that time when I saw that, man. I couldn't believe that someone was taking a little bit off the top from these people. But I guess some people might say it's the game, or it is what it is. But if you ever saw this before in life, I want to know what you lot think, man. Because having someone who's a toxic boss anyway, that's a problem. But now having a person who takes a portion of your wages because they're like exploiting you in that type of way, that's also toxic as well. And when I deep it, I'm like, nah, man. I had to talk about it that time, so I did. I made a good video on it. It has actually like 10,000 views on it. I would tell you guys if you could keep watching it. Actually, it's quite a good video. And at the point, I couldn't make up anything apart from what I saw, and what I saw was someone getting exploited. At the end of the day, someone's taking a piss out of them. Whether you had papers or you didn't have papers, I don't really know. I just know that like the person was definitely making money off of you and off of the back of you doing something which you're already getting taxed on, already paying stuff on already, if that was the case. Again, I didn't know fully in it, so I couldn't make like a full on guess about it, so I didn't. I just saw what I saw, which was the subservient behavior in it. But that was like a whole different video and a whole different understanding what I had to go through to understand why are people like that, because that was a big question for me. Why are you like that? Still, it's never been answered to today, but hey, I look at these things as like sometimes through our experiences we're learning off each other, and that learning scenario was like boom for me, because again, a lot of people try and play themselves up to be something what they're not, or what they're not even educated to say. So it was nice to hear a lot of people's opinions on that video because there was a lot of them on it when it comes to subservient people. Don't want to talk about that too much because that's not what this video is about. The video is about the workplace and the toxic people. But I've seen them in loads of different shapes, colors, creeds of people. They're never really going to stop inside the workplace because it's a power structure, isn't it? And people who are in a power structure, who are on the top, tend to think that their cojones are a lot bigger than everybody else. And some of us can't be a whistleblower or be a person who feels like they're being defiant because we're reliant on the job, because that's the reason why we're here, and I get that. But sometimes people get to a time of breaking point, you know, where people can say to themselves, you know what, you've took the mickey, you've took the piss, and this is far too much, and you know, it's not for me. But I would like you guys to let me know if you had any toxic experiences while you've been at work. How did you deal with them? Have you had a manager, supervisor, someone who just keeps on probing you and just getting onto you just for no reason, you know, or just doesn't like you as a person? I want you to let me know in the comment section below. This video is up now. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get it. I'll see you on my next upload.